This is me on my editing bed. The footage that I originally recorded while I was making the tier list is gone because I was screen recording it, and apparently that simply cannot fucking comprehend videos over half an hour long. So I've had to make some split decision changes. I'm very sorry, I apologise, I'm very annoyed. But I really don't want this footage to go waste and I want to use it. I thought it was okay, so this is the alternative. I'm sorry you're not seeing the live action me making the tier list, but what the fuck can you do? Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video of Basically, I'm going to make a very easy video for me to make. I should also say, before I jump into this video may or may not be edited by a new thing that I've got. Usually I just use iMovie on my tablet device, which I also use to record, because that's just the way I am. But me and my friends over at Soup Group have recently actually fucking invested in Adobe, so I may or may not have edited this using Adobe, I don't know. Adobe Premiere, specifically Adobe Premiere Rush, which is on the tablet version. I don't know, we'll soon find out. I'll let you know obviously if I do. We'll soon find out. Tier lists. That's the theme song for the tier list video. Tier lists, they're a thing, they exist, they're more popular than ever. A lot of YouTube men have already covered that sort of shit, you know. Obviously the man who fucking brought it into the public eye was iDubbbz TV, who's done a few. I think, who else has done something? Max Mofo's done a tier list. Report of the Week, Review Braz done a tier list. Super Mega's done a tier list. And just recently, Jontron has done a tier list, just when I thought that tier lists were dead. But they're not dead, clearly, which I'm very happy about, because I was wanting to do a tier list video for a while, and now I can. On the screen here, we have a tier list, Super Smash Bros. Tier list, specifically Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Tier List Maker. We're not going to be boring. We're not making a tier list for Smash characters, right? I do play Smash, my favourite fighting game. I do know that some of the ins and outs, I would probably say maybe, not to try and give myself too much credit, I'm maybe I'm a casual player for a start, but I know things, I know a lot of things, and I can play it relatively well. I played one tournament once, a long time ago, as in last summer maybe, in a place in Glasgow somewhere. I can't remember what the tournament was called, but we lost heavily, as in nobody won anything. Although one person got very close, my good friend Samuel, you'll see on the channel. Probably the best of all of us, I would say. I got very, very close to beating a man, although the controls were fucked. That's true, alright? Don't doubt him. It's true. And also someone got fucking slammed. The guy was using a Wiimote and a nunchuck, which was, yeah, quite frankly, just fucking disgusting. He dabbed soon afterwards. But we're making a tier list video for Smash, but we're not making a tier list based on how good they are. No. We're going to do something a little bit different. This tier list is to show which Smash character hangs the most dong. That's right, this is a dong hanging Smash tier list. So we're going to change S, A, B, C, D, E, F, blah blah blah, to better represent that. So for S tier, I think we're going to go for strongest dong, obviously the best dong. Shut the fuck up, my fucking thing's going off again. Strongest dong, but what can you know, fucking, yeah. Strongest dong. For S tier, the biggest, the best dong. We'll talk about the I don't know what sort I want to look for. Applications, I guess, because I can't think of a better word right now, to get into strongest dong and also the other tiers. We'll get into what that means in a minute. A, we're going to go for, I guess, what would be good for this? A plus dong? Is that too easy? Yeah, we'll go for A plus dong because it's good, but not the best, I would say. Where's the plus? Where's the plus? Where's the plus? There it is. Fuck's sakes. Where's the friggin' plus, dude? Where's the plus? There it is. A plus dong. Excellent. That's A tier. A plus dong. And then for the B, I guess we'll go for B list or dong. You know, the ones are, you know, everyone knows, not everyone kind of loves, but, you know, they're B list. They're not amazing, you know, they're like, they're there. Not the best dong, but not the worst dong. For C, we'll go for kinda average dong. Yes. See, you see what I'm trying to do here? I'm trying to implement the usual tier list, S tier, A tier, D tier, blah, blah, blah. But in my own funny, special way. And it doesn't really work that well at all. So we've got kinda average dong. I think that speaks for itself quite well. D, I guess we'll call it, D. What would I call for D? So we're going to be below average this time. Or below kinda average dong, I guess. Don't expect much from this dong. Yeah, that'll do. That's a dong. There we go. That's how you spell the word dong. Can that all fit? Don't expect much from this dong. There we go. Oh, fuck me. I never cease to amaze myself. E, we're going to keep it as E for reasons of which we don't need to discuss. And F, we're going to call failure of a dong. Failure of a dong. Your dong is a failure. The worst dongs of the worst. And then you see this little pink tier right here. You might kind of guess what this is. I'll show you what we're going to call this one. We're going to call it dongless. Because obviously, there's a lot of females in this game who don't have dongs. Hence, they're females. Although, we'll get into that. We'll get into that. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. So, let's put some females in the dongless tier for right now. Just so we can clear up some space. Bayonetta. I'm not too sure. I mean, she's pretty dongless, actually. She's pretty sensual. If you need to learn how to talk to a lady, ask your mum. That's what she says. Pretty sultry lady, so we're going to put her in a dongless tier. Lucina, I mean, she pretends to be Marth. So that means she kinda has a dong. Not in a physical sense, but she pretends to have a dong. But that means she doesn't have a dong. Kind of confusing. Let's put her in E. Zelda. Zelda definitely doesn't have a dong. We can already put that past her. Where is Zelda? Where is Princess Zelda? There she is. So we'll put her in dongless also. Zero Suit Samus. Yeah, she's pretty dongless. Who else? Who else? Other females. Daisy. Dongless. Yep. Actually, she's quite a playboy of a lady. So we'll put her also in E. Because she's, you know, I say playboy. I meant to say tomboy. That was the word. Playboy is a fucking sexy magazine. Do it. Yeah, but she's a bit of a tomboy. Big dick energy. Put her in E. Princess Peach. Put her in dongless. I'm laughing at my own fucking inability to speak words. Who else? There's still more ladies. Sheik. I'm pretty sure Sheik's meant to be a guy. I can't really remember. I know that Zelda is Sheik. But, you know, she's chic, he, she, I don't know, it's 2019. Let's put her in E also. Wii Fit Trainer, also a bit dongless. I mean, the guy version isn't here. I don't know if we can change that, so we can include him. If you didn't know, actually, my main is, in fact, Wii Fit Trainer. My main Wii Fit Trainer. It's my favourite man. Just to get this out of the way, for general discussion and interest, my mains include Wii Fit Trainer, Young Link, Mr. Game & Watch, maybe a bit right now. Those are my top 3 that I like to play the most. For guys I want to try and get into more. Simon Belmont, I want to get a bit better with. Duck Hunt, I used to be one of my mains in Smash 4. I want to get him again. Dr. Mario, I really like. Wolf, I really like. Snake, I really like. Mewtwo's pretty good now. There's a lot, bro. I don't want to get too deep into this because there's, you know, let's not let's not get deep into Smash Bro, because I will talk about it for 50 million years. I just turned off my lights. I didn't make much of a fucking difference at all. Anyway, let's continue. Palutena. Here's the thing. She's a goddess, a female god, but technically speaking, if she's a goddess, which means she's capable of doing absolutely anything, obviously, that means she's, I guess she'd be formless. Most gods don't have a form. They just pick their physical form to manifest to the mortal beings. So basically, she could make herself into a guy. She could turn herself into a dong even. So let's put her in E, because there's too much technicalities to consider there. Me Gunner, just because, you know, the basic form for Me Gunner is a female. Probably going to be dongless. I mean, we'll put her in E also because, you know, there's, you know, that is circumstance to change. And also, since the Me is subject to change, we'll also put Me Sword Fighter in there. And we'll also put Me Brawler if I can find them. Remember, there's lots of characters in this game. There he is, Me Brawler. They're all in E tier. E is just inconspicuous dongs, I guess. That's what it's turning into. Yeah, we'll keep it like that. Inconspicuous dongs. Rosalina and Luma. Go for dongless, probably. They're pretty dongless, I would say. Is that all the women? Wii Fit Trainer, forgot to put her in dongless. Silly old me. I think that might be it. I mean, we'll figure it out as we go along. There's a lot, you know. There's a lot of characters to cover here, bro. A lot of characters to cover here. Oh, Inkling. Also, we'll put her in E because, you know, that can be male or female. We'll put her in E. A lot of inconspicuous and dongless people so far. There's a lot of fighters to talk about, baby. A lot of dongs to talk about. Fuck me. A fucking idea for a tier list. Anyway. Let's just talk about the fighters now. So, first up, Bowser. Now, king of the frickin' Koopas. Big, huge fucking tortoise. Emanating dick energy. Big dick energy. He's got a big, huge, spiky fucking shell. He's got a fucking mohawk going on. He's got cuffs on his wrists and his neck, and they're covered in spikes and shit. This guy's pretty friggin' mental, huh? And, you know, he's always kidnapping females and shit. I don't think that's a sign of dong insecurity or nothing. I think he's just really, really a desperate man. So I think obviously he's going to have to go in strongest dong. I think that's ridiculous to try and dispute that. For this first candidate of strongest dong, it's got to be Bowser. Bowser Jr. He's just a little kid, you know? And he's a very insecure little kid. You know, he's got that bib that he puts over his mouth with the teeth on it and shit to try and pretend he's got a big dong. So I don't think he's got a big dong. And when he's a little kid, obviously, but I think when he grows up, it's definitely not going to be a strongest dong like Bowser has. So I think we're going to have to say, don't expect much from this dong. That fits quite well. Olimar. Olimar is very small. He's a small little guy. He's a he's a curious, adventurous little guy. Plants and shit. I mean, he faces a lot of imminent danger, so he's got to be a pretty ballsy man. Put him in B-lister. He's a bit of a B-list dong. I don't think he's got a terrible one. I don't think he's got an average one either. I think he's got a good one. I think he's happy with his package. Captain Falcon. This is obviously of no debate. This man is the mighty action hero of the Smash Bros series since 64. Obviously, he's not a strongest dong. I think for strongest dongs, that's got to be like dangerously massive, scary. The ones that will cause a lot of damage to your innards if they dare meet. So I think Captain Falcon's actually is an A+ dong. That means it's an actual human proportion. It's an excellent dong. Excellent dong. Good God. Cloudocone from Final Fantasy. He's a big edgelord with a big huge sword and spiky hair. But he's not interested. He's not interested in anything. He's very complacent. He doesn't care much about any of that sort of stuff. But that doesn't mean his package can be affected by that, you know? So that's a very hard one to consider. I think he's probably a B-lister dong. You know, he's okay. He's happy with his stuff. Corrin turns into a big fucking dragon. That probably affects the downstairs equipment. What am I fucking talking about? Jesus Christ. Let's just put him in strongest dong. Diddy Kong! A little small monkey. Probably not going to do much. He's just a happy-go-lucky chimp, so don't expect much from that dong, dude. Donkey Kong, let's have no debate. He's a big fucking ape with a tie, and that's all he wears. Obviously, he's the strongest dong. He's been the strongest dong since 1984, for frick's sakes. Dr. Mario. Obviously the same guy as Mario, except he has a PhD, supposedly. But he's a big greasy Italian. And also he's on medication. He probably knows what to take. A-list dong. Duck Hunt Duo. It's got two dongs going on here. We all know what a duck's dong's like. If you don't, let me explain to you. It's a big leviathan of a dong, covered in spines and shit. Basically, it's to compensate for the fact that a female duck's uterus is like a labyrinth, pretty much, covered in spines and shit, because ducks are very commonly raping other animals and shit. Well, specifically raping other ducks. Mallards, I think you'd call them. So, the thing is, it's spindly, and it's just a big wangy noodle. So, you know, that's not obviously a strongest dong. It's not an A+ dong, because it's thin, right? The dog, I don't know if he's helping out with that. The thing is, you've got to combine the two, obviously. That's very important. They are a duo, after all. So, I think combined with the dog, Red Rocket, and the duck, let's put him in B-lister. Jesus Christ. I'm going to get in some serious fucking trouble for that. For the record, I don't condone anything that I'm doing right now. Falco! He's an ace pilot. He's cocksure. That's because he's got a cocksure cock, obviously. A+ dong. Fox. Definitely not the same as Falco. I think he's about average. B-lister dong. Ganondorf. Now, obviously this guy's a big mighty fucking sword throwing, warlock punching fucker. I don't think there's any doubt. The thing is, he's a humanoid. I've already forgot the name of his species somehow. Gerudo! There it is. I can't remember the name of the species, I'm very sorry. I'm not huge into Zelda. I know the lore, but I'm not huge into it. You can correct me. Either that or correct myself in post. But basically, with his species, are almost exclusively female. And once every 100 years, a man comes about, and he usually have to have some sort of big destiny. So, probably, if he's a, 1 in a million, he has to have something impressive. While he went off again. He has to have something impressive, so, but not inhumanely, like Bowser Donkey Kong style. So we'll put him in A+ dong. Grindingi. I don't know much about the reproductive system of Pokemon, but he's a big ninja, likes water, throws water shurikens. But I don't think there's much going on. And he's going to be the first member of our kind of average dong. Hero, the newest inclusion of the Super Smash Bros. Roster. The thing is, obviously there's 4 heroes that you can play in Ultimate. We've only got one guy here, the one from the newest game. I think his name's 11. But there's other heroes, the 3 other ones. I can't remember their names. I think one's called Subaru. I think that's a car, but I think that's a car make though. Something like that. The blue-haired one's called that. The one that looks like Goku, I think it's called 8. And then there's another one who for some reason I can't even picture, the pirate-looking guy. I don't know his name either. But he's only got one. In retrospect, the Goku-looking one would be A+, obviously. The blue-hair one's probably B-lister. And the other pirate-looking one's probably also B-lister. But this guy, he's a bit more delicate-looking, I would say, for a hero. He's not a big butch man. He's not got the Goku hair. He's not got the massive, huge sword that the Bulma-looking one has. And he's not a pirate. He's just a guy. Just a guy, average-looking guy. Probably has a kind of average dong. Ice Climbers. Now, obviously, one's male, one's female, so that's kind of a problem for us. But the Ice Climber male, he's just too nice, He's not interested in that. He's just interested in climbing mountains with his sister, and that's all. He's a honest man, honest celibate man, and therefore he's a failure of a dong because he probably doesn't have a very impressive one at all. Ike, big 2-handed sword throwing, greaty for throwing guy. Obviously, look at him; he's a fucking A-list donger. Incineroar. Now the thing with Incineroar is, he's cool. You know, he's a big, strong wrestling man. But he has a lot of big dick energy himself, you know. Every time he fights you, he taunts and all that sort of stuff. He's a very taunting man. But I think that big dick energy covers up for insecurities, you know. I kind of pick up on that a lot. Unlike the other guys who have big dick energy like Bowser. He just knows it. So Incineroar, I think he's probably honestly kind of average. He wishes he had more, and he's insecure about it. Isabelle, now she's a female, so she's probably going to be dongless. Jigglypuff, that's a point. I think some Pokemon don't have genders. I think Jigglypuff is a female though. So you could probably put her in dongless, fuck it, why not? Makes it easier. Your Joker! Now he's a big weeb. And there's a cat that follows him about or some shit. I don't know much about Persona, so... But I think he's more interested in burglary. He's just a skinny, average looking guy. Don't expect much from his dong, bro, I must say. King DDD is just a happy-go-lucky man, voiced by Sakurai himself. Therefore, strongest dong, that's all you need to know. Voiced by Daddy Sakurai. King K. Rool, big crocodile. Has a lot of problems though. Probably fighting. The whole reason he steals Donkey Kong's bananas and tries to fight him is because he's jealous, obviously, of the big DK Dong. And I think he's actually got a really small package. Therefore, he's a failure of a Dong. Link. He's a hero. And he always fucks. You ever played Zelda 2? Adventure Link? You know how he heals? Goes in and gets invited into houses by the ladies.
In there, he learns the cunt thrust. Yeah.
And that's all you need to know. So therefore, he's probably an A+ Dong. Lil Mac, the shittest, lowest tier fighter in this game. Small, boxing man. Small man equals small dong. Lucario, the blue hyena looking ass. I don't really know what much to say about this guy. Actually, I'm going to make a quick change here. Jigglypuff's going to go into the E, because she's hiding something for sure. I don't know what to put Lucario, so I think I'm just going to plug like I did for Greninja and put him in kind of average. Pichu's just a tiny little fuck. Too cute, really, so I would say don't expect much from the dong, really. Lucas is just a kid, and he's a scared little boy, to say the least, but you know, he grows up and he becomes stronger. So I think when he gets older, he may do well for himself, I don't know. It's not my place to say him, really. I would probably just say the same thing as Bowser Jr. Don't expect much. Luigi's obviously A+. Obviously, it's not even fucking... Actually, let's not debate that.
This is all the information you need to know, really. Shigeru Miyamoto coded that in himself. His bulge, look at that.
Mario... probably B-list, you know. He's got the greasy Italian wang, but it's not mental or nothing. He's happy with what he's got. Marth. He's the stalwart young hero. Tries to get his kingdom back. He's probably more interested in that, so he's probably kind of average, really. Mega Man's a robot. So I think we're going to put him in E, because that's kind of an inconspicuous territory. Meta Knight's really cool. Meta Knight's a fast slinging swordsman. So I don't know what he's carrying, really. I think he's more interested in honour and his ship and all that sort of stuff to care. So I wouldn't expect much from that dong. Mr. Game! Now, that's the thing about Mr. Game & Watch. He's definitely got huge schlong, right? And that's no doubt about that. Let's not even discuss it. But the thing is, he's a two-dimensional man. So you can't do much with that. It's just going to be like flat as paper, you know? What's that going to do? It's going to give you a paper cut, that's what. So we're going to put him in E also. Because while it's huge, it's flat. And that's kind of a subject for debate, really. You can't put him anywhere else because it's big. But you can't put him anywhere else because it's flat. So, E. This. Definitely a B-lister. He's like Lucas, except he's he fought the very concept of evil itself. But that kind of tells you what you need to know. Pac-Man! He eats a lot of Viagra, so he's probably very strongest dong. He eats a lot of pills, that guy. Pikachu! Honestly, I think probably the same as Pichu. Maybe kind of average because he's a bit older. Pit, failure of a dong. No way in fuck is he doing anything particularly interesting with that. Actually, let's put him in dongless, man. Fuck him. Fuck that guy. Dart Pit can have failure of a dong. Fuck Pit. Piranha Plant. Now y'all plant gangers out there are probably thinking he's going to be in strongest. But I don't know about that. He's in a pot. His schlong's probably a big vine or some shit, so I don't think we can expect. Maybe E, honestly, maybe in the same territory as Mr. Game & Watch, you know, maybe very long and shit like that, but you know, you can't do much with it. It's a big vine. What can you do with a vine, dude? Not much. Pokemon Trainer, Pokemon Trainer. Now, you can get male and female Pokemon Trainer, obviously, but for the male, I don't know. He's obviously modelled a bit after. I mean, in the past game, he was modelled a bit after Ash Ketchum. I'm not too sure about this guy, really. I think he's an average kid, so he's probably a B-lister. Kind of average, The free Pokemon at Pokemon Trainer's disposal. Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard. Let's just do this. Squirtle's probably in, don't expect much from this dong. Ivysaur has probably got vines, so I have to put him in E alongside Piranha Plant. And Charizard's a big fucking dragon, therefore strongest dong. And we can also say the same about the cunning god of fucking death himself, Ridley. If you're called the cunning god of death, you better be packing. You better be hanging dong, is what I'm saying. You can't just call yourself that and not hang dong. Rob's also a robot. The robotic operating buddy himself. So you can probably go under E. I know he'd probably have a big package if he could. Robin! Now, you can get male and female Robin, obviously. We're just talking about male here. I'm not too sure about this guy. He's a magic man. He probably has some magic that can make his dong big. So he'd probably end up in strongest. But I think when he's not using magic, he's probably a B-lister. Probably a B-lister, yeah. Now, Roy is the young lion. So he's probably up there with Ike in the same way. A+. Crom's probably not on the same tier as Ike and Roy. They're like the big beefy swordsmen who you know are packing. So he's probably about average, alongside Marth. He's probably kind of average. Ryu! Now he's a big fighting man. He throws shoryukens and punches with hadokens. Haha. Get annoyed at that, you fucking libtard. I purposely swapped them round to irritate you. Anyway, I don't know about Ryu really. He's not really interested in anything other than fighting. So I don't think he's really doing much. But I think he's probably secretly packing pretty well. So he's probably A+. Wow, shit, I forgot this guy's name. Oh, fuck. Ken? Jesus Christ, I forgot his name was Ken Masters for a fucking minute there. That was bad. Yeah, Ken's probably not the same. Unlike Ryu, Ken's a lot more show-offy. He's a big celebrity also, you know, he's a big American guy. He's obviously going to show off his prowess, so I think he's compensating kind of average. Samus is obviously Zero Suit Samus, but in the Zero Suit, in the Power Suit, she becomes something completely different. Therefore, I think it's a subject of debate what's going on there. You know, could become with a Robo-Dong for all I know. Don't know what kind of negotiations Samus has to make when she's out doing her missions and shit, so I think we're going to put her in E. Subject for debate. If you know, comment below if you're a Metroid fan and you know about that. Dork Samus. It's a she, but it's an alien. Can probably just choose her form, or Samus can probably change in any way, shape or form. So I think we're going to have to put her in E too, because that's a subject of debate. Much like Palutena. Same thing, can change. Shulk. Now it's Shulk time. I would have said kind of average, but he's Australian, so he's probably packing a bit. But he's in the middle. Call it a B-lister. Call it a B-lister. Mewtwo. The ultimate Pokemon. You know what ultimate Pokemon means? Yeah, that's right, ultimate dong. Simon Belmont's a vampire hunter who wields the vampire killer whip and just for generations upon generations fights Dracula the vampire menace and all his darkness. So I think without a doubt we're just going to have to put him in A+. Richter's a bit different. I mean, he's cool, but I don't think he's as cool as Simon. He just doesn't like his packing as much, really. But he's definitely a B-lister, for sure. Solid fucking Snake. The name speaks for itself. Solid Snake equals a solid snake, if you get my meaning. Sonichu, I don't know, he's a blue blur. Maybe the reason why, oh, I can move this thing again, that's handy. He's probably a failure of a dong, really, you know. He's a Sonic character. He is Sonic, he's in the Sonic verse. No Sonic characters hang dong, apart from Knuckles, maybe. Toon Link. Yeah, that's the thing with this guy. He's a cartoon man. Probably kind of average, really. You know, he's okay. Villager, he's just a happy-go-lucky guy. But you definitely know he's packing B-lister. You know, Killager's obviously doing that. Wario, A+. May look like a big, fat, stupid, big-mouthed fucker. But you know for a fact he's packing, dude. He's packing. Wolf, he's the edgy villain to Fox, the equivalent to Fox. I don't know if he's got a lot of insecurity, maybe. I mean, he is a mercenary, does jobs and shit with Star Wolf. I think he's probably kind of average, really. I don't think he's hiding any insecurity. He's happy enough. Kirby is a big Star Guardian and also Sakurai's favourite, so you know for a fact that Sakurai gave him a monster dog. So he's the strongest dog. Yogo, my logo. I don't know what gender it is. It lays eggs. I think he's just too happy-go-lucky, really. I think that's a subject of debate. It's E. And Young Link, he's just a little guy, but you know he's going to grow up to get a large. So for right now, I think he's probably kinda average. Wow. I went through that really fast. Well, like half an hour took me to do all that. I feel like that's a bit too quick to organise all 75 or more fighters, or maybe less, I don't remember, in terms of dong size. But let's recap. So, for the dong list here, the ones with no dong: Bayonetta, Zelda, Zero Suit Samus, Peach, Palutena called her, that's Rosalina actually, Wii Fit Trainer, Isabelle, and Pit, obviously. For the failure of a dong, the very poor dong tier list, we've got Ace Climbers, because, you know, one doesn't have a good dong because it doesn't care, and one's a female. King K. Rool, Little Mac, Dark Pit, and Sonic. For the inconspicuous tier, we have Lucina, Daisy. Lucina because she pretends to be a guy. Daisy because she's a tomboy. Sheik because also pretend to be a guy. Palutena because she's a god that can change her form. Mii, Gunner, Sword Fighter, and Brawler because they can be changed. Inkling because there's boy and girl. Well, that's a bit. Oh shit. You can get that with. You can get that. I've done that with a few characters, though, like Robin and shit. I didn't really consider the same thing. Oh fuck. Dongless. Change that. Anyway. Jigglypuff because she's most certainly hiding something. Mega Man because he's a robot. Mr. Game & Watch because, well, it may be big. He's flat. Piranha Plant because, well, it may be big. It's a vine. Ivysaur for the same reason. Rob because it's a robot. Samus and Dark Samus because Samus is definitely packing something in that suit for some reason. And Dark Samus can change its form, much like Palutena can. And Yogo, my logo, Yoshi, because nobody fucking knows. Don't expect much from this dong tier. Bowser Jr., Diddy Kong, Joker, Pichu, Lucas, Meta Knight, and Squirtle. Kinda average dongs. Greninja, Hero, specifically 11. We've already discussed that. The other heroes will be different. Incineroar, Lucario, Marth, Pikachu, Pokemon Trainer, Chrom, Ken, Toon Link, Wolf, and Young Link. The B-list dongs. We have Olimar, Cloud, Duck Hunt Duo, Fox, Mario, Ness, Robin, Shulk, Richter Belmont, and Villager. The A-plusers, Captain Falcon, Dr. Mario, Falco, Ganondorf, Ike, Link, Roy, Ryu, Simon Belmont, Solid Snake, and Wario. And for the strongest dongs, of course, got Bowser, Crom, called you Crom, you're actually called something else. And that name would be... oh, fuck. I've forgotten again. Corrin, Jesus fucking Christ, that was ridiculous. I apologise for that. Corrin, Donkey Kong, King Dedede, Luigi, Pac-Man, Charizard, Ridley, Mewtwo, Kirby. Oh. Well, that was a gigantic waste of my time, making a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate tier list based on the size of cocks. I hope you enjoyed this tier list. I might make another one in the future. It's not Smash related. This may mix up a little bit. And, you know, if you disagree, if you agree, if you have thoughts and opinions and comments, please leave them. Tell me what your thoughts are on dongs, specifically these guys. And that's my contribution to the tier list phenomenon that's going on YouTube. And I'm very not proud of it at all. I'm going to edit this now, put shit together. As you may have noticed, I'm not filming this on my tablet this time. I'm recording it from my tablet. And I'm using my phone to record me on the side. I'm sitting in a little box. And yeah, that'll do. Donkey. I was, move shit in my way so I can do this a bit better. I shut my floor, so, you know. Okay, so I can do this a bit better now. And there's also a big, you know, shelf.